Question 16, again, working with lines. You used to give an equation, and first we want to find the intercepts of its graph, and then we want to graph the equation as well. So again, an x-intercept is where the graph will cross the x-axis. A y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. Now, to find the x-intercept, notice if you're on the x-axis, there's x movement, but there's no up or down movement. So an x-intercept, there's going to be an x value, but the y value is going to be set equal to 0. So sometimes they'll use the letter A, or again, we're looking for the x coordinate, and the y coordinate will be 0. So to find the x-intercept, what we do then is we just basically set we set y equal to 0, and we solve for x. So if I have the equation 3x plus 5y equals 15, by setting y equal to 0, you're going to have 3x plus then this 5, and then this y is going to turn into a 0. That's going to equal 15. Well, 5 times 0 is going to be 0. Well, 3x plus 0 is just going to be 3x. So in other words, the y term is just going to drop out of the problem. So you have this 3x equals this 15. And then if you divide both sides by 3, x is going to equal then this 5. So the x-intercept is going to be 5. To find the y-intercept, notice that if you're on the y-axis, there's y movement, but there's not any x movement. So you don't move left or right any, so you're going to be x equals 0. So a y-intercept, the x value is going to be 0, but there's going to be a y value. A lot of times b is denoted there in that situation. So again, to find the y-intercept, what we're doing this time is we're setting x equal to 0, and we're going to be solving for y. So this does represent a point on the graph that represents the y-intercept. So in my equation, we have this 3x plus this 5y is equal to 15. This time you're going to substitute 0 in for x. This is going to be then 3, and then you're going to have this times 0 here for x plus 5y equals 15. So notice that the x term is just going to drop out. So all you have then is this 5y equals 15. If you divide both sides by 5, you end up with y equals 3. So the y-intercept is 3. So notice that these represent 2 points on the graph. So the x-intercept is 5. The y-intercept is 3. So if we graph those 2 points, the line will just pass through those 2 points. So remember, a line is made up of infinitely many ordered pairs. But to graph a line, all we need to do is identify 2 points. So sometimes we'll be given a point and a slope. And remember, the slope is used to find the second point. Or in this case, we actually can find the x and y-intercepts and use those as a way to graph it. So depends on the situation. If it's in standard form, a lot of times it's easier to graph it by identifying the x and y-intercepts.